Hello again, YouTube. It's Skylar. Welcome back to my face. It has been a very long time since I've uploaded a video to YouTube, and the reason for that is because I haven't felt like uploading anything in quite some time. There's some other reasons I'll go into, mostly to do with the fact that there's been a lot of content that's been introduced over the past few years that wasn't around when I first started uploading on YouTube, and a lot of these trans content creators do phenomenal work. They do such amazing content and videos and have so many subscribers, and if you're one of them watching this video, thank you for watching my video. You're awesome. Every trans person is awesome. Every trans person is a phoenix, which is why I'm wearing my trans pride phoenix with I have a phoenix tattoo. So with everything that had been going on over the years, I just didn't feel like the need to upload content, as well as the fact that after about 2 years of HRT, the changes are so incremental that it's not worth uploading a video every few months. But now that it's been about 6 years since the last time I've uploaded a video, it's substantial enough that I felt that it was necessary and time to upload a new video. So here I am. And what I can say is, wow, so much has changed since I started HRT. I can't even begin to describe to you how much different my entire worldview has changed since then. Because not only have I lived as a woman longer now than I have as a man, but my ability to see society and the way that it treats women and trans people in general has completely changed, because I didn't have that perception before I transitioned, and it's pretty eye-opening experience. When I say that I've changed a lot since I started my transition, I've changed pretty much in almost every single way. I am fundamentally no longer the same person that I was before I started HRT. Now, obviously, like things like hobbies and interests and, things like that. Obviously, there's fundamental personality traits that have, stuck around. But as far as like my views on spirituality and society and philosophy and just everything in general has changed over time as I've gotten older. And one thing that I can say is that it's so hard to explain and describe what gender dysphoria is to somebody that hasn't experienced it. People that don't have gender dysphoria, people that are cisgender, are very fortunate that they don't have to go through that. The fact that my dysphoria is starting to go away now, it doesn't go away completely. It never fully goes away, but it diminishes enough to the point where now I can look back and see, wow, I can't believe how paralyzed I was in my life because of this. Only now looking back can I see that. And it's incredible. It's incredible how much, like, everything has changed. Not just physiologically, but emotionally and mentally. And, I feel like I'm a more resilient person, and I have more patience, and, I'm kinder. I have more compassion for people in society. And things like that is I would have never had if I had never been trans, if I had never experienced this. So in some ways, I'm kind of blessed by the fact that I'm transgender, because while the downsides are many. There are a lot of, good things that come from it. And one of the things that I want people to understand is that people don't choose gender dysphoria. It chooses them. It's not something that you can control. And the fact that I was able to get treatment and, start to live a better life, it is fantastic for me. But I also feel so much compassion for those that aren't as fortunate as me, because I know how hard it is. As far as the type of content that I want to do in the future, I'm really hesitant, which is one of the reasons why I took so long to upload anything, because I'm not entirely sure yet which direction I want to go. Again, there's so many good trans content creators on YouTube already. I feel that I couldn't match the level of their bravado and video editing skills. But I've personally, for example, I'm currently writing a book, and that has really kept me busy. It'll be available on Amazon when it's finished. I'll let you guys know. But there are so many things that once you stop having gender dysphoria, once it goes away, you're able to see life. You're able to see, oh, okay, there is stuff that's outside of gender dysphoria, and you start to open yourself up to this and new avenues. And it's one of the reasons why I've gotten really invested into spirituality, ties into the paranormal and things of that nature, and just really kind of expand myself into other areas so that it's not just every day, day in and day out, is just trans. I'm trans. I don't want to wake up every day and think I'm trans. There's more to Skylar than just I'm trans. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm decided to go in a different direction as well. And I look forward to many years to come, as far as being a content creator, because I know that there are so many avenues that I could go for. Example, I could go into writing. I could talk about the spirituality and mysticism. There's so much there, and I really want people to know that this is only the beginning of my life. Now that I've transitioned, I've just now started my life. And it's hard because, for example, in 2022 I had my top surgery, and after multiple attempts through multiple different insurance agencies, I was denied the coverage. And unfortunately, the only recourse that I had was I had to liquidate my entire retirement savings account and funnel all of that into my surgery, and pay in cash up front, which completely decimated. I don't have a retirement savings account anymore. I had to spend over $9,000 up front. And that was just for one surgery. There's still other surgeries that I'd like to get, but one stepping stone at a time here. And so those are the types of things, like, I just want people to know that, like, those are the lengths that trans people are willing to go just to get the care that they need to feel like themselves. And anybody that feels like, oh, well, trans people, they're transitioning to get some sort of social advantage or something, that's just not true. That's just absolutely not true. Outside of not having gender dysphoria and, the, spiritual evolution, like I said, being more compassionate, there really is nothing to be gained from being transgender outside of that. As far as like the external world, people aren't going to hire you more. Society isn't, there's such a detriment for being trans. It's such a negative in society's view that the idea that somebody would transition to get a one-up in society is just so ludicrous that it almost makes me wonder, like, are these people really even hearing themselves? But we're not going to get into that. So yeah, that's pretty much, and then, like, as far as HRT has gone, my hair is phenomenal. I have had to deal with some blood pressure issues, but that's likely because of some other issues that I had with where I was working at the time. And yeah, it's so nice to finally be in a place where I feel like I can look in the mirror and I don't want to scream. I can go outside and, now that the more I pass and the more that I present as a woman and people accept me that way, the more comfortable and, just normal I feel. And it's such a, it's something that's such taken for granted by cisgender people that aren't trans, people that don't have gender dysphoria. It's so taken for granted to just be the gender that you are and not have people, call you names or just... But that's my video today. I was planning on making this a very long video. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get into too many weeds on different topics and then get lost down the rabbit hole, because, again, all of my videos are completely unscripted, so I'm just kind of going off the cuff here. But with that said, please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed my content, and please leave a respectful message in the comments below if you wanted to suggest any future content or things that you'd like to recommend. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day and keep being awesome. Thank you and have a wonderful day.